Again, here I go again with some real history for your people. The Holy Bible, I6II edition, King Iames version, the original text. I the Father, I the Son, I the Holy Ghost. And man is the number 6, created on the 6th day. I'm going to take you to the book called the Wisedome of Solomon. And I want to show y'all something real quick. This is chapter 14. And this is starting at verse 11, because it's a visitation coming upon the idols of the Gentiles by the true and living God. So check this history out, which is right now in the present. Therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles shall there be a visitation, because in the creature of God they are become an abomination and stumbling blocks to the souls of men, and a snare to the feet of the unwise. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the innuention of them the corruption of life. For neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever. For by the vain glory of men they entered into the world, and therefore shall they come shortly to an end. So by the vain glory of men did idols and spiritual fornication come into the world. Now God is telling us that they shall shortly come to an end. Now look at the process of how the false king Jesus was created. Verse 15, for a father afflicted with untimely mourning, when he hath made an image of his child, soon taken away, now honored him as a god, which was then a dead man, and delivered it to those that were under him ceremonies and sacrifices. Thus in process of time, and ungodly custom growing strong was kept as a law, and graven images were worshipped by the commandments of kings, whom men could not honor in presence, because they dwelt far off. They took it the counterfeit of his visage from far, and made an express image of a king, whom they honored, to the end that by this their forwardness they might flatter him that was absent as if he were present. Also the singular diligence of the artificer did help it to set forward the ignorant to more superstition. For he peradventure, willing to please one in authority, forced all his skill to make the resemblance of the best fashion. And so the multitude, allured by the grace of the work, took him now for a god, which a little before was but honored as a man. Now we talking about Cesare Borgia, whom they use as the image of who they call Jesus Christ. And the story fits the story very well, because that man who was the father was a pope. And they made the son of a pope the god of so many people in this world. Check this out. And this was an occasion to deceive the world. Wait a minute, not just the children of Israel, but the whole world. For men surveying either calamity or tyranny did ascribe unto stones and stocks the incommunicable name. Moreover, this was not enough for them that they erred in the knowledge of God, but whereas they lived in the great war of ignorance. So there's a great war going on, my people. It's the war of ignorance. Those so great plagues they call it peace. For whilst they slew their children in sacrifices, or views it secret ceremonies, or made regulings of strange rites. Now you talking about all these gay parties, these secret ceremonies, all of this stuff that you hearing about in the media about certain people in industries, whichever industry it may be, the sacrificing of people It is real. People slewing their own children as sacrifices. It is real. Regulings of strange rites. In order for you to become part of certain groups, you have to do certain things, like sell your soul and revel in those things, or revel in those things which are strange unto the truth. They kept neither lives nor marriages any longer von defile it, but either one slew another traitorously, or grieved him by adultery. So that there reigned in all men without exception blood, manslaughter, theft, and dissimulation, corruption, unfaithfulness, tumults, perjury, disquieting of good men, forgetfulness of good turners, defiling of souls, changing of kind, disorder in marriages, adultery, and shameless uncleanness. For the worshipping of idols, not to be named, is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil. I'm going to read that again. For the worshipping of idols, not to be named, is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil. So it's in the spiritual sectors that evil begins. In the spiritual realm, the worshiping of false gods and idols. For either they are mad when they be merry, or prophesy lies, or lie you unwisely, or else lightly forswear it themselves. For insomuch as their trust is in idols which have you no life, though they swear it falsely, yet they look it not to be it hurt. Howbeit for both causes shall they be justly punished, both because they thought not well of God, giving heed unto idols, and also unjustly swore in deceit, despising holiness. For it is not the power of them by whom they swear it, but it is the just vengeance of sinners, that punisheth always the offense of the ungodly. Now, God just told you in his own words, through the wisdom of Solomon, how all of these images, idols, false gods are created. And the true God is his word. He tells us everything that we need to know. For a father afflicted with untimely mourning, when he had made an image of his child is soon taken away, now honored him as a God, which was then a dead man, and delivered it to those that were under him ceremonies and sacrifices. This is whom they got our people worshiping right now. And they telling you right in the scriptures, God told us from the beginning, and it is up to us to turn away from the lies of man. Spiritual fornication. In Jesus' name.